All right, we are. Let's start this quest chain for some raiding tonight. Gods of Eld. Torsifer has a message for you from a mysterious stranger. Ah, my lord Twerk, during your absence, a stranger came calling. Upon learning that you were away, he left a message to the effect that he wishes to speak with you and will await you at the Rising Stones. Even more interesting. If you have a mind to oblige the stranger, please be careful. I cannot well explain why, but it put me ill at ease to simply be near him. Wait in the Solar. That's not good. I feel like it's gonna be like edibleless. It's gotta be edible. I'm nervous. My palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, and there very much is vomit on my sweater already. Alright, we are watching, we are waiting, we're commiserating. If I had to guess, like, it's got this is gonna be related to like the Triad, the Warring Triad, but we'll see. My thanks for coming. Huh? Oh! Too short to be edibleless. Unukalai is my name, and I serve a friend. I saw you out that I might alert you to the rising threat of the beings known as Icons. You are aware of the threat, you say? Ah, but I speak now of the primals, with which you are exceedingly well acquainted. Different? Oh, uh-huh. It may interest you to know that the term Icon and the beings to which it refers precede the Garlean Empire by eras. You see, his name by which the Alligans called godlike beings, the dark divinity Odin among them. Okay. Uh-huh. And the Garleans who seek to emulate the glory of ancient Allag have simply availed themselves of it. Pray permit me to continue the tale. Okay, Urianger, hello. Hi. Urianger, how kind of you to join us. You know, I feel like so many things with primals definitely involve Urianger, but the fact that we weren't told Urianger straight out the bat made me a little nervous. So, like, I'm very, the Rising Stones, like, it makes sense, but, like, I'm so curious right now. As the Warrior of Light's comrade, my participation is but to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain to the very fate of this star. The Icons of Eld in the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Allagan Empire. However, they eventually fell to the men of Allag, who devised the means by which to capture them. And it did not end with capture, as you well know, for the Allagans also learned how to harness the Icons' power, as we saw with the Ultima weapon. And Bahamut. They refined this knowledge at the Etherochemical Research Facility in Ozzy's Law, and within the centrifugal crystal engine, they sealed 3 of the beings, the Warring Triad. Yes, okay. Uh-huh. 'Twas first and foremost to acquire the infinite power of the Warring Triad that the Archbishop did seek Ozzy's Law. But in the wake of his defeat, the bindings which confined the Icons were severely damaged. Of course they were! Doubt not but that they will fail completely ere long. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down the Archbishop. You are simply fulfilling your destiny. And yet, were the Warring Triad to be released into the world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Take heart, for there is hope still. Through swift action, we may yet prevent their awakening and see them resealed. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be to contend with the old. 2 savage gods are returned, I fear, summoned once more by their worshippers, and at strength far surpassing their previous incarnations. Oh, I speak of the primals Ravana and Bismarck. Interesting, okay. If left unchecked, they will inevitably seek to seize the power of the Warring Triad. This will serve to feed the confluence of chaos and hasten the Icons' awakening. To wit, we must needs vanquish both their kinds. I pray thee, however, to first focus thy gaze upon the primals, ere we turn our attention to those Icons and their fitful slumber. I shall return to the waking sands forthwith and consider such measures as are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend to the task of eliminating the primals. Young Unukalai shall assist thee. Rest assured he is not our enemy for the time being. What do you mean for the time being at least? What do you mean for the time being at least? What does that mean? What do you mean for the time being? What's that supposed to mean, Urianger? Ooh, a book. The Warring Triad, The Awakening. The Warring Triad is the collective term for 3 immensely powerful icons that were brought into existence during the twilight of the Third Astral Era. Summoned by the native tribes of Mericidia, these entities were set against the encroaching forces of the Allagan Empire. They were also... Mericidia were the dragons that summoned Bahamut, right? How many freaking primals, like strong-ass primals, did they summon? The strength of a primal is determined by the fervent prayers of its faithful. And as the Mericidians' prayers called for saviors with the power to throw back an imperial invasion, the resulting incarnations were perforce imbued with nigh incalculable might. That the Allagans were capable of conquering such godlike beings well illustrates the incredible heights to which their technology had ascended. The implacable empire subdued and imprisoned the Warring Triad, shackled them to machinery that sustained the icons' forms, whilst at the same time leeching away their infinite energies. So they did similar to what they did with Bahamut. That's wild that they did so many. For 5 millennia did the Warring Triad languish thus in dreaming servitude, their slumber undisturbed until Archbishop Thordan VII of Ishgard rattled the bars of their cage. 5,000 years. The Archbishop had come to Aziz's law, seeking to absorb the Three's power and make of himself a god without rival. It was fortunate then that the Warrior of Light and his companions thwarted Thordan before he realized his tyrannical ambitions, but the victory was not without consequence. Dude, how long did it take somebody to write this book? The violence of the battle cracked the seals that keep the Triad in torpor, and the icons have begun to stir. Worse, the Garlean Empire and their heavy-handed efforts to plunder the secrets of Aziz's law threaten to drag them into full wakefulness. These terrible entities must be destroyed before they arise in all their cataclysmic splendor. Jeez. Okay, alright. Thok around the clock, the diabolical Bismarck, when the bow wakes. Unukalai would have you face the Lord of the Mist once more. If we are to prevent the awakening of the Warring Triad, then Bismarck must be cast down once more. I am aware of the rather unorthodox method you employ to lure out and slay the white whale before, and had a mind to follow established precedent. That said, islands are not easy to come by. It's fair, yeah. I should hope it is not necessary, but you may as well show this gemstone to Chief Sonu. He will know it as the weeping eye of the Manu Kamani, and it will ensure that he is completely committed to our cause. Oh, and before you ask, I've already informed Master Garland of our plans. He is currently en route to the Blue Window. Unukalai, who are you? Anxious to act for the Warring Triad, awaken. Alright, sorry, I'm like really in your personal bubble. Actually, you're more in my personal bubble. Why do you have to step up this far? The time has come, Warrior of Light. We must move against the Warring Triad now or suffer the consequences. The seal is cracked and the icons stir. Should they be allowed to awaken and resume their titanic conflict, it will be alike to the coming of a second calamity. I guess more like an 8th calamity since 7 have happened so far, but whatever. You, Twerk, represent our best hope of eliminating this threat. That said, the very act of entering the containment facility itself presents certain unique challenges. So unique, in fact, that I struggle to locate an individual with the requisite talents to surmount them. Were it not for the impressively diverse connections of your fellow scions, I might still be searching. Happily, however, they were able to furnish me with a suitable candidate. Now, along with you and your echo-blessed companions, all the pieces we need to proceed with this deadly game are arrayed upon the board. Victory hinges upon no less than the total destruction of the Warring Triad. But we must also wear the interference of those who covet the Oligan's primal harnessing technology. I speak, of course, of the blindly grasping hand of the Garlean Empire and its fumbling agents. The ignorant meddling of the Empire will serve only to hasten the Icon's awakening, and it is my master's desire that the Triad be dispatched before Imperial forces delve too deeply. Your master's desire? Is your master Urianger, or is it somebody else? I feel like it's somebody else. Who's your master? Being the nearest to wakefulness, the Icon Sephiroth, nice, okay, shall be your first adversary. I think you're missing an H there, Sephiroth. Make your preparations and join me on the flagship in Aziz's Law. We shall speak further there. Whoa. I'm excited to get more lore on these three triads. This is the place, Warrior of Light. Here we will find the containment facility wherein entities of incalculable power lie chained. Their fathomless energy is siphoned away by Oligan devices. So I'm assuming they're over 9,000 then. As I warned you, Sephiroth poses the most immediate threat. Sorry, I'll say it right, Sephiroth. His dreaming mind drifts perilously close to consciousness. Thus must his destruction be our first concern. Your fellow Scions will be joining us anon, accompanied by the uniquely talented individual of whom I spoke. From what I gather, the two of you are already well acquainted. Let us continue inside and wait before the doors to the containment facility. Actually, before we do that, I want to go back to the statues. Just kidding, we're going into a cutscene. Good night, Kayava. Sleep well. Urianger, Kryl, Y'shtola, it's good to see you, lovelies. You've not been waiting long. I trust we are eager to lend whatever cooperation we may have on your mission's work. Uh-oh. I put the wrong thing on threads. I did things too quickly. That's my bad. That's my bad. Sometimes we just move too fast. And that's I'll fix that later. Quite the bow there. It's an honor to meet you at last. As I know of only one other Mikote Scion, you must be Archon Y'shtola, meaning your diminutive companion is Mistress Kryl of the Students of Baldesion, correct? I guess I'm the other Mikote Scion. That's cool. I like getting that reference. Small little detail there. Diminutive? I knew that was going to go over well. Perhaps there has been some mistake. I assumed it was for my knowledge and not my stature that you requested my assistance. Woo, Kryl. The mistake is mine. My apologies if I have given offense. Mayhap it would be best if we proceeded directly to the matter of our objectives. Your adversary is the Icon Sephiroth of the Warring Triad, otherwise known by the historians of Olag as the Fiend. Ooh. He was once the patron deity to a tribe of tree-like beings native to Mericidia, but was subdued by the Oligan Empire after a lengthy war of attrition. Okay, so we had different cultures, peoples in Mericidia that were summoning their primals. Because the dragons had Bahamut, you have these tree-like entities who summoned Sephiroth. After his defeat, he was imprisoned for use as a source of power. Even now, Sephiroth is neither truly living nor dead, his mind bound in a dream while his body's energies are harnessed by Oligan technologies. The explanation for his failure to dissipate into ether lies in his restraints. These ingenious devices serve not only to bind him, but to continuously regenerate his corporeal form. meaning it will be all but impossible to banish him while said restraints are in place. Yes? Remove them, however, and we will risk allowing an unfathomably powerful and doubtless vengeful icon to run rampant. It seems we have no choice but to divide our forces. One team must locate the controls to Sephiroth's shackles and disable them, while the other stands ready to destroy him at the moment of his awakening. Makes sense. A most succinct assessment, Mistress Kryl. While I was aware that the Echo provided you with uncanny insight, I did not expect you to intuit the core of my strategy quite so swiftly. She's kind of really smart. If only my gift offered such detailed analysis, which is to say, it doesn't. I merely took it upon myself to learn as much about the Triad's imprisonment as I could before coming here. It will be Twerk and I, after all, who enter the Icon's den. That's right, Kryl. Kryl and I got this. Indeed, given the nature of our adversary, none save those under the aegis of the Echo should be permitted to enter the containment facility. The risk of primal influence is too great. Well, that's settled then. I will disable their strength, and Twerk and his gifted adventurer friends will welcome the Sephiroth back into the waking world. Better that than the other way around, I'd say, considering our respective fields of expertise, and of course my diminutive stature. Right. It's time I had a little chat with the doorkeeper over there. I love Kryl so much. Blip activating verification systems, lifting access restrictions to Triad control. A little curtsy. I love Kryl. I had no idea the Baldesian curriculum was so comprehensive. When we locate the controls of Sephiroth's restraints, I shall gladly leave their operation to you. Wait, you're going too? When we locate the controls, mayhap my words were unclear. Only those blessed with the Echo may safely enter the facility. Well, if he's an Ascian, then he also kind of has the Echo. Your concern for my sanity is touching, but unnecessary. Suffice it to say, I am in no danger of falling under the Icon's sway. Blip bloop warning. Verification systems detect multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Security systems engaging intruders. Yay, the Empire! The Garleans. Come, Urianger. We must keep the Imperials occupied. We too should be on our way. Gods, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly terrified. But I can't very well leave every deadly task to you Scions. According to the histories, Sephiroth was immense in both size and strength, mighty enough to rout even the implacable armies of the Oligans, and that more than once. To cut a very long story short, we have to get this right. I shall do my best not to wake the Icon up too much. As my grandfather always used to say of certain little monsters, get them up and get them moving while their brains are still abed. Amazing. Containment Bay S1T7 now accessible. You'll love to see it. Oh, baby. I'm so excited. We haven't done a raid in so long. Last time was Crystal Tower. Well, this is a trial, not a raid. Interesting. Anywho, I don't know how stuff is supposed to be. Alright. Sephiroth the Fiend was a deity once worshipped by a tree-like race native to Mericidia. Brought into being for the sole purpose of repelling the Oligan invasion, Sephiroth inflicted ruinous losses upon the Imperial army before finally being subdued and imprisoned in the central facility of Ozzy's Law. And now, millennia later, this immensely powerful entity threatens to awaken, his vengeful dreams disturbed by the careless ambitions of Archbishop Thordan VII, topple the first pillar of the Warring Triad, or wheresoever his colossal shadow falls shall be visited by unthinkable catastrophe. I'm excited. I'm so, like, that little snippet makes I'm excited. Can't believe y'all bamboozled me into thinking this was a raid. Containment Bay, S1T7. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I was right. I picked the right one. Holy shit. Oh, he had like a Garlean third eye.
Disabling Sephiroth's restraints now. Good luck.
He had a bit of a Garlean third eye there. Dude, this is so cool. I love the design. That's a really cool design. Dude, that's 6 arms. That's a lot of muscle. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. All right, let's see if I remember how to play. I don't remember how to play. How do I play Dragoon again? I don't know. Just kidding, I know how to play, I think. I don't know. I haven't played Dragoon in so long. It's okay, thankfully things highlight. It's fine, we're fine. We're all fine here now, thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I get it, I get it, I get it. Patience and penance. For millennia have I yearned to enact this vengeance. Millennia? Dude, 5 millennia is... I am the end and the beginning. Oh, he's so much larger now. By my touch shall your wretched lives be blessed. I cannot see. Hello? Yeah, I'm here for this. Yeah. Woo! Look at me, I'm flying! Oh, the Sephiroth. Uh-oh. Are we supposed to stand in that? I don't think we're supposed to stand on that. This is a fucking banger. Come on. We almost got him. We almost got him. I'm going to limit break daddy. Sorry. I don't know why I'm doing that. One more. One more. One more. One more. One more. First off, banger. Banger of Phase 2 music. Banger of Phase 2 in general. Incredible design. I love this guy. That was awesome. Big fan of that one. Oh, that's right. I forget I have that. I forget I have Battle Stance now. I forget that's a thing. GG's, everybody. GG's. One's called Fiend. I would like a link to that, please, in the Discord. Please and thanksies. Some ear wiggles for all the great work. Good job, everybody. My mom's working behind me, and she's like, he's wedding daddy? Mo, really? His 4 arms, what else do we have the 4 up? More. You know. Power Man 500. I don't know who Power Man is, but really, that's incredible. Worth it. So worth it. Thank y'all so much. I adore y'all. The orc roll, if you want, may take a few soul runs, but if you don't get it in, I can probably grab it. Claire, you definitely don't have to. I won't say no, though. I won't say no. Dude, that was a fun fight. That was... I love the music there. And the design was pretty fucking sick. Alright. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, homies. How'd it go on your end? Obviously went well. You know. You did it! I've seen you in action before, but never against anything that big. I know how to handle them big, Cryo. My legs kept telling me to run, but I just couldn't tear myself away. I don't think I blinked once during the whole battle. A hero tried and true. If only I had possessed such strength. Don't be getting any ideas, Unu. Don't get any ideas about trying to absorb, capture, steal strength, okay? Y'shtola, this is Cryo. Icon eliminated. Oh, if only you could have seen it. Torque gave Sephiroth the mother of all rude awakenings. And your distraction was perfect. We encountered not a single Imperial soldier. Yes, understood. Let's swap tails at the Rising Stones then. On our path to the control chamber, we discovered a number of dormant thralls. Oh! It would seem the machines that preserve their forms also hold them in a state of torpor. We need not fear them summoning their deity anew. In short, our work here is done. For the present, at least. Let's go home, shall we? It was a little too easy for the first time. It's not going to be that easy for the next two. It might be easy for the second one, but not the third one. Yeah. I don't like... Yeah. Edible? What are you looking at? Ediblest? Ooh. Oh. Oh! This guy! Your senses are sharp, young one. God, I've kicked his ass twice now. I'm Regula Van Hydrus, legatus of the 6th Legion. It would seem that damnable woman and her accomplice have led me a merry dance through the thickest of this infernal island's defenses. To think that I pursued them, I shall withdraw for now, my lesson learnt. I doubt it. You Garleans never learn. You covet the means to enslave primals, but in your headlong dash to control that which you do not understand, you show less wisdom than the very beast tribes that summoned them. Ooh. What magic is that? I have no interest in crossing blades with children. Live, grow strong, and mayhap one day you will warrant my attention. Okay, so at least this kid's not working for the Empire. I looked back and you were there. Did something happen? Not of consequence. I mistook a shadow for a man. Just what are you hiding beneath that mask of yours? A longing for hope? An appetite for power? A lingering sense of regret? And do I detect a desire to test your strength against a certain hero? Cryo? Is that what your gifts tell you? No, those were just wild guesses. But I wonder if some few of my words didn't strike close to the mark. Cryo is a high wisdom, high intelligence girly. Or mayhap more than a few. Be at ease, Unukalhai. I have no supernatural ability to read minds. The echo simply allows me to comprehend, regardless of language, that which a fellow being would have me know. You need not mask your heart as you do your countenance. That was a performance then, a ruse to uncover my true nature. I see I shall have to keep my wits about me. Who is this kid? I'm so curious about how these next couple are gonna go. So, Warrior of Light, how did it feel to strike down so great a foe? You must tell me more of the experience once our meeting with your colleagues is concluded. Through thine all-surpassing skill at arms do we now take our first step in ridding the star of the Warring Triad's baleful presence. And in such wise do we lessen our burden bequeathed unto us by the vain glory of Allag. Thank you, Urianger. Know, however, that the two icons which remain are thought equal in might to Sephiroth, and may yet exceed him. Ere thou proceed, I would counsel thee to marshal thy strength, and give careful thought to thy preparation. I just feel like Urianger just talks like he's given like a church sermon. And so that's how I'm going to talk from now on. I have to read his words. Assuming the Garleans afford us the luxury of time, even now they grasp the means to dominate primals, blind to the technology's potential for calamity. My master taught me that the entity known as Sephiroth was this world's first sacred tree, elevated to godhood by the belief of its worshippers. There is no power more fearsome than that born of unconditional faith and unbending ideal. Alright, so who is your master, kid? Also, that's interesting. The world's first sacred tree. Does plain your master found in you a willing student? Tell me, was it he who taught you of Allagan Technology's potential for calamity? Or are those your own words? 'Twas but a figurative speech, nothing more. When last we met, I thought I caught a glimpse of the boy behind the mask, but it would seem your defenses are firmly back in place. Must you persist with this infuriating veil of secrecy? I, for one, would very much like to know who this master of yours is, amongst other things. Same, Cryo. Same. Get him. Get him. Don't shake your head. As long as our purposes align, what matter my affiliation? It matters a great deal. I do not ask out of idle curiosity. If we are to fight as comrades, we need to be able to trust each other. Yeah. On which note, I should apologize for my earlier trickery. It was merely an attempt to get to the heart of an enigmatic companion. Truth be told, I was rather glad you reacted as you did. No person of your age has any business being calm and aloof all the time, much as you might wish to be. Anyway, we had best be off. Do send word if there are any further developments. Bye, Cryo. Hope you find your granddad. A companion now, am I? Well, I mean, at the moment. Are you gonna stay a companion? Huh? Oh, hey, you got two more. A fiendish likeness. Oh, is this gonna be extreme? It's gonna be extreme. Gotcha, okay. Ooh, the fate of stars. I am troubled, Warrior of Light. The 6th Legion will not sooner surrender its pursuit of Allagan technology. While it is true that the 6th suffered heavy losses in attempting to breach Aziz Law's defenses, the Legion is still very much a force to be reckoned with. Left to his own devices, it will not be long for the Legatus moves to... We're getting a call. Pray excuse the interruption, but a call to this link pearl can only come from one of your fellow Scions. Archon Y'shtola, what news? You know, it's interesting because no one calls Y'shtola Archon. I guess because we're only really dealing with internal Scions who, for the most part, the occasional external, but no one calls Y'shtola Archon. And you're quite certain they have broken through? Well, that's not good. Yes, of course. We shall leave immediately. It would seem the thing I feared most has come to pass. The Garleans have succeeded in dispelling the barrier Urianger placed upon the entrance to the research facility. We must intercept and destroy them before they acquire the means to control primal entities. Archon Y'shtola requests that we assemble at the scene of the intrusion. Pray depart at once. I will join you when I have informed the other Scions of this development. Thanks, Unu. Yo, Unu. I see we're the first to arrive. No matter, your colleagues should be here anon. They were wise indeed to keep this area under surveillance. Had the Garleans slipped by unnoticed, I dare not think of the consequences. Archon Y'shtola set forth for Law when it became apparent the Legatus was attempting to breach the barrier, and arrived to find that he had succeeded. We must hope that he is yet to find his prize. Ooh, cutscene. I love Kryl just runs up. Hi. Well met, Unu Kalhai, and thank you for answering my summons so swiftly, Twerk. We shall all be glad of your presence should we meet the 6th Legion, as seems all but certain. As you may be aware, this facility houses some of Olog's most advanced technology. Accordingly, Urianger sought to deny the Empire easy ingress by weaving a ward of singular potency. Not singular enough, it would seem. I'd be surprised if the Legatus had not reached the core laboratories already. 'Tis passing strange. I wove the ward in accordance with the most closely guarded teachings of the Archmages of Sharlayan. Naught was left to chance. Naught. 'Tis well known that the children of Garlemald have no talent for arcane manipulation, nor hath the Empire more than a cursory knowledge of sorcery. That they should succeed in unraveling so complex a skein of magecraft, and with such surpassing swiftness, 'tis passing strange. Also, skein, I know that because I've started knitting. That's how I've learned the word skein, how to pronounce it. That it is, Urianger, which is a mystery for another day. Archon Y'shtola has the right of it. Before all else, we must move to safeguard the knowledge which enabled the Allagans to harness primal energies. Of particular concern is the Genesis expression, an ethochemical chemical formula that allowed the scholars of yore to create substance from nothingness. I know of no such formula. Whence came you by this information? From your enigmatic master, perchance? He did furnish me with that morsel, yes, and knowing exactly which prize the Legatus now seeks enables us to predict his position. Do you not see? We have been gifted the perfect opportunity to remove the head of an entire legion. I didn't think you quite so bloodthirsty, Unu Kalhai. Surely safeguarding secrets should take precedence over slaying Legatuses. True. Kryl sentiments reflect my own, yet the two objectives need not be mutually exclusive. What say you, Urianger? Urianger? Ah, forgive me. My thoughts were bound up in idle imaginings. In answer to thy question, milady, I am content to be led by thee in this matter. AKA, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't hear it, so I'm just going to defer judgment. Rather than fully admit I didn't hear it. He's still lost in thought there. Right, I've enabled the facility's teleporters. Shall we? You dwell on the matter of the barrier. He doth dwell on it. I do, verily. Verily, 'twas a warding spell of labyrinthian intricacy, the brainchild of the head of the students of Baldesion himself. Even the most learned Archon would require several moons to disentangle such an enchantment. Oh! To do so in mere bells would require more preternatural power akin to the very echo itself. Ascians. Ascians. Like, very clearly, Ascians. Terminal has been activated. Prepare to teleport into the etherochemical research facility. Ooh. Ooh, the music. Oh, hi. I guess I shouldn't run forward when I'm not the tank. Am I the tank? It's not really like a tank thing, I'd imagine. It's more of a... They're not going to throw anything like that at us. That was the wrong button. That button. There we go. Now let's do this. Fantastic. Terrific. Do-do-do-do. Self-detonate? I would rather you didn't do that. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, alright, let's try this again. Education by evisceration. Dying and solo. It's content. I do it on purpose. No, I don't. I'm just dumb. Alright. Alright. Why would you not look at her? Because I'm trying not to die. But also, it's a fair point, Ghosty, because thighs. Thighs. After the Legatus. No, after you, milady. Wait. Ah. More of them. And still they come. They don't stop coming and 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 they don't stop coming. Press on, twerk. I will handle this. Yes, ma'am. The last time I left you behind to handle something, you disappeared into the ether, so don't do that again, please. Don't do that again, please. I got a bad feeling about this. Hey, bud, I would prefer if you didn't do that. I have exposed the bones of their work, now to extract the marrow. Let's work on that terminology, bro. Do I have to kick your ass a third time? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Even in the moment of my triumph, you persist in your mist-guided crusade. So be it. I shall present my prize to the Emperor alongside your head. You mean in the name of the Emperor? That's a very cool sword, I'm not gonna lie. But also, hey buddy, in the name of the Emperor. 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 Alright, Buster. Buddy. Pal. Wrong button. That was a misclick. Don't do that.
Savages.
Take care of the effing turrets. Don't do that. Well, that seems bad.
Can you withstand this?
Withstand or extend? So I think you should ask your mother about how much I extend. Yeah, I felt like I ran pretty well there, bud.
Can you withstand this?
Can you withstand these? Got him.
Can you withstand this?
Magitech spread. I'm Magitech spread. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. That's just too mean. It's too easy. My weapons inhibitors exist for a reason. But I will something. Cerulean Servant? That's so cool. Holy shit. We gotta kill this thing, though. This is the coolest thing I've seen in this game. I take it back. I've seen a lot of cool things in this game. This is one of the coolest things I've seen in this game.
Enough!
You good, bud? I also want a cool tiger, please and thank you. Gib, cool tiger. Can we execute this guy now? Twerk! You stole. Glad to see you didn't teleport into the ether this time. Very grateful. The Tomelith is unbreached then? Tomelith? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Oh. Glad to see Kryle's okay. Kryle! My wounds will not slow my blade should you seek to bar my path. And you would slay me, no doubt. But it would be your final act. Ooh. Hey, bud, did you forget about me, the guy who gave you all those wounds? Urianger, glad to see you made it. What madness afflicts you Eorzean fools? The Emperor but desires a means to shackle the Icons and their destructive appetites. Why do you rail against your own salvation? He wants more than that, let's be honest. It is not for man to wield such power. The primal energy your Emperor seeks to contain would be as kindling waiting for a spark. No one man should have all that power. Forget not the White Raven, Legatus. Like thee, he presumed to wield the power of Allag, and invited the calamity in so doing. Ooh. Ooh. This star's fate is too important to be decided by one man, a warmongering savage least of all. Man, Unu has no love for the Empire. What's that necklace he's wearing? Have care, boy. You speak of my Emperor. Yeah, we're the White Raven being nailed, right? From coils. But dying here in defense of his honor will not further his cause. We really react very slow sometimes. Because we could have stopped that. We're right there. We're like 10 feet from the guy. I'm a fucking dragoon. I can make that jump in like half a second. Well, well, I appear not to be dead. Thank goodness. Ow! Kryl. Yeah, you okay? I may have cracked a rib or two, but I'll be fine. Honestly, you better be fine. Our foes gave no quarter. Had Unu Kalhai stinted in his defense of thee, thou mayest be certain thy hurts would be far worse. I could do no less. Mistress Kryl is here at my behest, after all. The secrets of Allag are safe for the present, though 'tis doubtful the Legatus will return to Garlemald till the prize he coveteth lieth in his grasp. Then we must redouble our efforts to protect this place. Kryl and I will place additional seals upon the Tomelith. Tomelith? I don't know. It's a new word for me. I know Omelith? Obelisk. Monolith. There it is. Unu Kalhai. I appreciate you staying at my side. Thank you. "'Twas not." Oh, please, it was a good deal more than that, and you know it. Now let me help you. When a woman thanks you for saving her life, the customary response is, "You're welcome." I love her sass. You are welcome. Good boy. They grow up so fast. You're a good lad, which makes me worried about things we're going to learn about you. I don't know. If you have to hide your identity and hide who your master is, then, well, you know, we've got... That means we're just not going to like that reveal. That's all that means. Alright, Unu. Unu Kalhai. What you got for me, bud? Urianger, are the new wards already in place? My colleagues yet toil upon their enchantments. I come unto thee in secret, that I might question thee outside their hearing. Question me? Yeah. I would speak with the one who undid my subtlest magecraft. He who invited an imperial legatus into this facility, in hopes of engineering the man's demise at the hands of the warrior of light. Riange. So smart. You accuse me of masterminding this day's events? The plan may have been thy master's, but the deed was thine. Thou didst lure the legatus of the 6th Legion into a trap from which he was not intended to emerge. 'Tis plain to me now that thy seeming opportunism in proposing his elimination was feigned, and that his death was the object of thy plan from the first. And you have proof of this? Thine own words betrayed thee. Thou didst speak of the Empire's desire to claim the Genesis expression, the existence of which even the learned Mistress Cryle was ignorant. Whence did the legatus come by such definitive knowledge? And then there is the matter of mine unraveled ward. None save one possessed of an otherworldly gift could have so swiftly effected its dissolution. Know thee of another blessed with such? Assuming these accusations have merit, what then? Full many times and oft doth the pursuit of truth lead men down darkened paths. I take no issue with thy purpose. 'Tis but thy method I would call into question. In the Garlean Empire we have a common foe. Hadst thou deigned to share thine intentions with Twerk or Mistress Cryle, 'tis like that we would have closed the trap with less risk to life and more success. It's true. I sought to use the most dangerous secrets of Olog as bait. Who among you would agree to such a reckless plan? So he's just not hiding anymore. That's good. None, and with good cause. Irrespective, thou wert remiss in thy duty to thy comrades. I note with some disappointment that in matters concerning the primals and those who would control them, the cold rationality upon which thou so pridest thyself is conspicuous by its absence. Hold on, I gotta read that again. Not in Urianger speak. I know some disappointment that in matters concerning the primals and those who would control them, the cold rationality upon which thou so pridest thyself is conspicuous by its absence. Know that the salvation of this star is an end too vast for any of us to accomplish alone. Shouldst thou fail to entrust in thy comrades, I foresee thy action precipitating some terrible misfortune. Indeed. My sincerest apologies, Twerk. Urianger is correct in his suspicions. It was I who orchestrated this encounter with the Empire. I would ask that thou forgive Unu Kalhai this transgression, and keep mention of it from Mistress Cryle. 'Twould be a pity for one foolish decision to wither their budding camaraderie ere it had a chance to bloom. Oh, she's gonna find out at some point. There you are, you rotten idler. When Y'shtola realized we were struggling with the wards alone, she was absolutely livid. Ah, never mind the Warring Triad. I have awoken Archon Ystola's tempestuous wrath. In supplicant mood shall I return at once, and there atone for mine indolence. Come, Twerk, it is time we return to the Rising Stones. My goodness gracious. Also, hey, Gil. Hey, Ray. Like I said, high intelligence, high wisdom. Once again, I must apologize for acting without your consent or counsel. As a gesture of repentance and a sign of good faith, allow me to share something of myself with you. Ooh. As Urian Jesus suggested, I possess the gift of the Echo. Okay, not surprising. Like a little bit, but not entirely. Like obviously, like if he didn't have the Echo, then, you know, he wouldn't have been protected from Sephiroth. Though it is of a nature different from yours. Regardless, I would use my gift for the self-same purpose, the salvation of this star. And nothing poses a greater threat to the world than the proliferation of primal harnessing technology. This I know only too well. I feel like he's got to be working. He and his master are like rogue Asians. They're of like a similar make, you know, to the Asians, but they are not on this Zoidberg train. Or maybe they're on the Zoidberg train, but they're just not, they don't want to go the same way. What I am about to divulge concerns the fate of another star entirely. On this other world, a magic was devised that allowed the realm's champions to use a stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. Oh, we're talking about alien here. Oh. So armed, these heroic souls conquered god after god, oblivious to their weapons' fatal imperfection. Its propensity to bleed primal energies. And with each victory, the heroes changed, transforming at last into fiends of endless appetite. Insatiable in their hunger for ether, they ultimately went to war over the star's ever-dwindling life force. And fought until there was nothing left. Thus, as Urianger so astutely observed, when I am faced with those who rush to embrace power unchecked, I lose all semblance of rationality. Huh. Oh my god, my brain's hurting right now. Know that my master too cares deeply about the fate of this star. I am his servant, his instrument, sent here to ensure that the same tragedy does not consume another world. Okay, so like we know aliens are a thing because we know that Midgar Zormer is an alien who came to Heidelin the planet with the 7 dragon eggs for the first brood. So we know there is life outside of this planet. And so Unu Kalhai here is also from another planet. His planet was destroyed due to warring energies of primals, which means primals are an issue across. That's not just an us issue. So he's not going to be Asian because Asians are very much Zodiark, and Zodiark is an us issue. That's an our planet star issue. His master is not like... I don't think his master is also of the same, I guess, merit as Unu is, in the sense of like, not merit, His master's also not from that planet. Not also. Unu is from that other star. Master is not from that star. That's the kind of impression I'm getting here, because Unu is he's very motivated for this. So, if Unu Kalhai is from a different star, different planet, that means the Echo is not strictly a Hydaelyn gift. Which, like, we know it's not strictly a Hydaelyn gift because it seems like Zodiark has given the Echo, so to speak, to the Ascians. But, like, also, again, that's not strictly, like, our planet. Okay. So that means I'm getting, like, it's... I know Yoshi P very much, like, took inspiration from other MMOs when they were revamping 1.0 to be 2.0 in that world building and such. So, like, I'm getting a lot of similar vibes to with, like, WoW, because WoW, you have Azeroth, like, each planet